I got a message via email the other day that said a whole lot of backstory from an amazing woman, a mom who is feeling really discouraged. She has spent money before trying to figure out ways to start an online business. She's tried different things. She's been a part of several network marketing companies. She recently was going down a rabbit hole of one of those sell somebody else's course. We call this MRR, or master resale rights, which I think is kind of like the network marketing pyramid scheme of the internet that's taken over. And so she is frustrated, rightfully so. She has invested money, she has gotten a return of zero. She found the Free Mama community. She watched a free class that I offered and had that feeling of like, this sounds great, but I also thought those other things sounded great. And so her kind of, is this too good to be true? Radar was going off. And again, I completely understand that. It's one of my biggest frustrations as a coach and course creator and leader in the online space is that a lot of the things that I can say about the freedom and flexibility that freelancing provides sounds a lot like the garbage that you will hear from less legitimate opportunities than freelancing. And this video isn't about red flags or anything like that, although I'd be happy to help you with that. We definitely have a resource on Free Mama TV that is all about how to spot scams online. And that includes, unfortunately, some dishonest buyers in the freelancing space, potential clients. However, that is definitely the minority, and it is certainly not the business model. Over 50% of people who start freelancing end up out earning their previous income. We have a very high job satisfaction rating as well. And that is a stark contrast to network marketing, where over 99% of people actually lose money in the business endeavor. So, what's wonderful about freelancing is that you don't have to pay anything to start freelancing. You just need a computer and internet access to get started. So, there is almost no barrier for entry. There are no requirements as far as certifications or education level. And it truly offers so much flexibility in terms of how much your earning potential is and how much time you want to invest, which makes it the perfect opportunity for moms like me who, each season with our kiddos is so different. And so when my kids were little, I didn't have as much time. Now that they're older, you'd think I have more time, but I actually started homeschooling, something I'm able to do while still running my business. But today I want to talk to you about my answer to this person's question, because if she's wondering what makes the Free Mama different, you might be wondering that as well. So, again, I'm not going to speak to the legitimacy of freelancing. I feel like I've already established that, and you can do your own research, and you should. You should also do it on the legitimacy of any online opportunity that you are finding. You need to do your due diligence. But specifically, when it comes to the Free Mama and the Freedom Framework and how we work specifically with moms to create a life with more freedom, I want to tell you the three things that I think make our community stand out over other courses, other options that are out there to teach you the skill sets and the strategies that you need for not just finding clients, but maintaining them as well. So, the first thing is community. And this might sound kind of cheesy, but I've actually made some really horrible mistakes as the leader of the Free Mama by knowing this. And that's that I used to try to sell the community. And it didn't work because you're watching this because you want to learn how to make money from home. You want to make money for your family. You want that flexibility and you want that end result for yourself. And I know that because that was me when I first found freelancing. I was at a job, I was missing my babies. I had like a newborn and a 2 year old, and I cried every day on my way home from work. And I could have cared less in that moment about finding community. I wanted out of my job. And I forgot that. But it's an important reason of what makes us different. Because while people join my programs because they want to know how to make more money, they stay because of the people in the Free Mama. I have clients who have been with me for 8 years who will probably never go anywhere because their best friends are people they met online inside of the Free Mama. So, unlike a lot of courses where you don't even know who the other buyers are, we really become like a family. We get to know each other. We have occasional in person meetups or events or retreats. And so, not only do I know, what these women are doing from a business standpoint, the jobs they want to leave, I know their spouses' names. I've tucked their kids in bed over FaceTime calls. And so, people stay because of the other people. You're not just going to get that level of attention from me, you're going to get it from the other members as well. And so, being a mom can feel really isolating. Being a freelancer, that is the number one complaint of most freelancers, is that it can be lonely when you start working from home. I think if you've had a remote job, you can sort of feel that as well, right? We don't have the water cooler talk anymore. We don't have that banter, but through the free mama community, we do have that. We use a platform called School. It's awesome. It's kind of like social media, except you don't have to hear the noise and negativity of social media, and it's just our people there. So, the first thing that makes us different, that is truly unlike no other community out there, is you really become a part of something. You don't just join the free mama, you become a free mama, and that is built in with a whole lot of friends and a big support system for you. The second thing that I think really makes the Free Mama different is our consistency. For 8 years now, I have been teaching the same thing. I have been self employed for over a decade. I have seen a lot of things come and go. I have seen social media platforms come and go. I remember a few years ago, now I can't even remember what it was called, but there was one that was almost like it was just an audio broadcasting. Oh, the name totally escapes me right now. One of you is going to know it, and I hope you write it in the comments. And it was like all the rage, and people were like, if you don't join this, you're insane. Same with TikTok, which, like, I'm still not on TikTok and I'm doing just fine. Threads just came out. I'm not on Threads. I'm doing just fine. So a lot of these things are going to come and go. And it's not that they're bad opportunities and you shouldn't jump on any of them. And now we have, of course, AI and ChatGPT and Gemini. And so there's always going to be something new. There's going to be a new flavor of the month. There's going to be a new software program, a new platform, a new tactic. But what I teach stands the test of time in that regards. I'm not teaching you how to make Instagram reels because that's not even going to be relevant at some point in business. And I see a lot of women waste their money on these tactics because they think, "Oh, this is the next thing. This is the secret sauce. When I figure this out, everything's going to change." And rarely is that true. Of course, some people are going to, go viral and get lucky and whatever, but for the most part, I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to be famous. I'm looking for stability. I am a lifestyle entrepreneur. I want to support my family. I want to be able to homeschool my family. I want to be able to travel whenever we want. I want to feel secure when my head hits my pillow every night. I'm not looking at how many people liked my latest reel. These aren't things that matter to me. And so the consistency of our product, the fact that I have been teaching freelancing for 8 years instead of jumping around from platform to platform, telling you that this is the best thing, this is the best thing. I think that says a lot. And if you're newer to the online space, you might not have seen what I'm talking about, but stick around, you will. There are always those entrepreneurs that, as soon as there's something innovative, that's now sort of the buzzword, and they go try to capitalize on that. And some of them do this successfully, but I also think that it shows that um, you will not have that stability. You are always going to be jumping from thing to thing, from opportunity to opportunity. Whereas, like I mentioned, when I talked about community, we have women who have now been freelancing for 8 years under my guidance. And so there's this consistency, there's this stability that I think we previously falsely associated with a 9 to 5 job. And I think over the last several years, we've learned that maybe full time employment isn't as stable as we thought it was. There's furloughs, there's mass layoffs, there's shutdowns. These things happen and they really impact people. And by having a small but diverse portfolio as a freelancer, you actually have a lot more stability than you would if you had all your eggs in one basket at a job, right? So, community, consistency, and the third thing that I think makes the Free Mama different, I could go on and on and on. But the third thing that makes the Free Mama very, very different, I would say, even from any program I've invested in, is the access that you get. So I don't just sell a course. I used to, and we actually changed it because we found that the people who also invested in coaching with me were hands over fist the most successful. And so it felt like a really big disservice to offer a course to somebody who probably statistically wasn't going to complete it and not give that level of access and support. So our Freedom Founders Society program, it includes my framework, of course, but it also includes an entire year of access to that community, to me. We're not going to leave you hanging. You're not going to get passed off to another coach who's never even done the thing, but was just hired, by the face of the company. You are not going to be on some broadcast channel where I'm going to be talking to you, but you don't actually have access to me. You're going to be on Zoom calls directly with me. You are going to be able to send me a personal message, a DM inside of our platform school that I told you about. So while a lot of programs leave you hanging, they give you the information, but it's kind of up to you not only to figure it out, but then to execute it. You're going to have somebody who is going to hold your hand the entire time, someone that you can ask questions to, you can show up and actually have a conversation with. And the longer I've been in the online space, the more I've learned that that's really unique. And I've paid a lot of money to be a part of masterminds with some high performing entrepreneurs where as soon as you write the check, so to speak, you never actually talk to that person ever again. And it's really disheartening because I don't think that that is um, what a leader really is. And so, my proudest role, besides being a wife and mom, is being the leader of the Free Mama community. The community is not me. I am not the Free Mama. Like I mentioned, the people are what makes the Free Mama so special, but it is incredibly unique that you get access to the leader of this community. And it is my greatest honor, and where all of my fulfillment and joy comes from is serving you and helping you have the light bulb moments, watching you hit your financial goals, finally leave your job, do scary things that right now might seem like a pipe dream. But I promise you, I have watched so many people walk this path before you and achieve something that they didn't think they could, and then everything changes after that. So the Free Mama, as you can see, is a very special place. And if you want to learn more about it, as well as our program where we can work directly with you and teach you that freedom framework, it all starts by learning what the freedom framework is inside of my new free training. It's going to go through all 7 steps of that framework and show you how you can start making money from home as a freelancer. I'd love to see you there. You can sign up finding the link down below. And if you have any questions, I will be here in the comments looking for you. Till next time.